and C. It's all about M. 2015. We're not here to hoard or to keep it tight. Our community's generous, and that's dynamite. In the world of crypto, where greed can reign, Mitecoin's different, it's not the same. With every transaction, we're chasing a dream. Mitecoin's the future, it's not just a meme. To Mitecoin movement, join us and see. It's all about M. 2015. We're not here to hoard or to keep it tight. Our community's generous, and that's dynamite. In the world of crypto, where greed can reign, Mitecoin's different, it's not the same. With every
Hey everybody, welcome to another Saturday night. I appreciate it if you're listening to me, and as always, if you can hear my lovely voice as I go through the standard talk, I would appreciate just a quick chat in the YouTube chat to let me know. But as always, we're gonna get started, and before we can have fun, we got to take care of business. Work before play. So standard speech. Don't come to me for financial advice. I'm not giving any, so don't take it. In all seriousness, though, I do encourage you, and I want you to do your research on Solana, obviously, because Solana is what we're paired with. But obviously, all the other cryptos out there, Bitcoin, Ethereum, there's a lot of other altcoins, things like that. But yeah, don't go to me for your financial advice, because I am not a financial advice person. So with that said, man, I guess we're going to move over to our Solana showdown, and have I got a story for you all. But yeah, there's the screen. I'm going to update it, and as you can see, oh my heavens. As you can see, the wheels are falling off a bit. And as I'll type that in there, and you'll see that Haru was the closest, and he's down, heck, almost $2 away. But here's the thing, I posted the price of Solana at 8 o'clock in our Telegram group, and I think it was like 149 change, something like that. And at that point, Haru was winning, and then as I was getting ready for tonight, it started going up, and then I want to show you something. I just quickly grabbed this screenshot. This is our lovely Solana, and honestly, guys, I have no idea why there's some double prices. But bottom line is, you're going to see that little ski slope start about 820, and it hasn't stopped yet. So I have no idea what happened, but this is crazy. I've seen it. Have some crazy price action like for the hour going up to it. But I've never seen the just completely go bananas like in the last 20 minutes or so. So unfortunately for Haru, he didn't win the $20. But fortunately for all of you, you guys have a shot next week at 40, because I'll add another 20 to the prize, and we'll try to roll it back again. So yeah, no winner tonight. But I do want to cover some numbers for you, and wowzers, I know that I always say this every week, and it normally doesn't affect it quite like this, but way back at 8 o'clock, and 63 minutes ago, Solana was almost 150 bucks. So the numbers I'm going to give you are with respect to that, and then if you're that upset, you can you pull your calculator out and calculate it. But I guess in all fairness, in seriousness, as we just checked that, Solana was what, 146 and change. Last time we got together last Saturday night, Solana was 140.69, and honestly, even after that, I think it dipped back down. But that's still up. I guess at 150 it was up 6.5%. So we're up a couple percent for sure. But here's the exciting part: Mitecoin to Solana is still going up, and yeah, this is at the last price, or at the 8 o'clock price, but we were up almost 11%. And then when we factor in both of those combined, at least at 8 o'clock, we were up almost 18%. That's US dollar to Mitecoin. So that's a good week. And I told Andrea that I saw crypto in general kind of rumbling. And I really do. I really encourage you guys to at least keep an eye on Bitcoin. That is the driving factor. It's hovering around 94,000. It was down 70 something. Where I really think we're going to be seeing six figures soon. And when Bitcoin does well, seems like everybody else comes to the party. So yeah, that's good numbers for us. And I remember 3 weeks ago, I was reporting on what 300,000 Mitecoin would take. So of course, when you're telling your coworkers and family and all that about this awesome project, and the 300,000 coins required to get into our hub and play our games tonight. For a long time, that was $5 and a little bit lower. Hope you're sitting down, but it's up over $7. It's at 8 o'clock. It was $7.85. So I'm sure we're still over $7. I know that doesn't seem like a lot, but for those of you, hey everybody for joining. There was a time. Hope you're sitting down, but there was actually a time when I had to keep adjusting the amount of Mitecoin lower because we couldn't keep it under $40 to get in. So $7.85 is quite the treat there. A couple of things I'm going down my list here. And I don't think I've updated it. I don't know that I talked about it last week. But from inception, obviously we had our 1 year big party. So we're cruising on year number 2. And I track the number of Mitecoin that's been given back to everybody. And then the current price of that. And right now, the amount of Mitecoin that has been given back is over $9,000 worth of value, $9,300. And yes, that was at the 8 o'clock price, but still, that's pretty awesome. And the exciting part is, if you guys saw on the Telegram on the hub, I kind of threw up a picture of an Illinois lottery ticket and kind of just threw out a little promo for Mitecoin because some of you may grab lottery tickets. And the reality is that, everybody could sell what we give them or what you guys in the community blesses them with. But so far they're holding it. And, again, everybody has to make their own decision, but it's kind of exciting possibility. Something that you've been blessed with, and then you just kind of wait and see how it rolls. I didn't check Devin's Match'em wallet, but I've got to think it's quite a bit higher than it was at our stream last time. So that's exciting. Like I said, we're over $9,000 worth. So that's exciting. What other things here? I hope that you guys had a great day. Finally, a little bit of sun. I think I'm going to, not only did I blabber on last week, I had a lot of information to cover with our party and with the prizes, things like that. We had a house full last week, and now we're back to just bunch of old toot empty nesters. So I'm thinking I might get crazy and go outside after the stream tonight and get a campfire and see if I still know how to light one of those. So if I end early, it's not just because of the campfire, but that is on my list, and it's also because I don't have all these prizes to reward and or tell you guys about. So I do want to, before we jump into the Match'em, here's the thing. I guess I don't do a very good job. In my notes, I keep track of it and about the number of members in our hub and things like that. Right now, our Telegram hub says we have 66 members, okay? A couple of those are the welcome bots, and one of them is obviously me. But the bottom line is we have 60 plus people in our hub. And I understand some of those people maybe haven't been in there in a minute. But if you have somebody in your circle that you know is in there, and they've kind of kind of either muted the notifications or kind of just got out of the habit of checking, you know, just remind them and encourage them to pick a card. It's exciting to have a full board, and that's definitely what at least I'm working for, that next step where we can have it's a good problem to have. If we have a full board and we have a lot of active people. But I do know that some of you guys are way more busy than me, and you don't want your phones blowing up, and I do respect that. But anyway, yeah. So we've got the numbers. We're gaining the numbers, but we just have to kind of engage them, and that's, I guess, all of us coming together. One last thing before we jump into our matchup: if if you are going to be going to graduation parties this year, you might want to use some strategery and just happen to check your Phantom wallet, like while you're sitting around eating sloppy joes or something. And, so already be thinking ahead right now, like your good promo, things like that. I'm just saying. But I lied. I forgot. I didn't check my notes. I do want to share one thing. It's been a hot minute since I've shared this. This is our chart as of heck, sometime tonight. And that red line on the far left, that's the great fall of 24. That's where we had a significant fear, uncertainty, and doubt. We had a couple people with some big wallets start jumping out, and then they didn't want to be the last ones out, and just turned into a bit of a mess. But that's just part of crypto and part of a meme coin type coin. But I wanted to share that it's just been a minute since I've done that, and we're approaching, and again, this could change in a given day, of course, but we're approaching our that spot where we recovered nicely from our original drop at the end of 24 in November, and then we started going up nicely. And so, hey, we're getting there. And that's all about just getting some more people in. I've had some people voice some frustration to me in the Telegram group about their wallets. They came in really heavy at the top of our project. For those of you that weren't around then, our project actually was close to my goodness, $500,000 market cap. I mean, it was crazy. And how did I forget this? Last time we got together, our market cap was only a little over 86,000. And hey, we made it over 100,000. Everybody, that's exciting. And I know that I haven't told this story in a hot minute, but when this project started, our market cap was a whopping $4,600. And in the first 20 seconds, somebody came in and sniped about 900 of that. So needless to say, we were quite a bit of ways from 10,000, and I would literally watch it go from 8,000 to 9,000 to 10,000, and I was texting people I know, and I was shocked when we got to 25,000. But it's exciting. It's exciting that we're slowly climbing back up. Like I said, a six-figure project from small town Midwest is pretty exciting, I think. So. Well, anyway, so, you guys are going to be saying that you said you weren't going to blabber on, and then you're going to call me a fibber. So with that said, I think we should probably have some fun and see if we can't get a winner finally. I will say that we are going to round one vote, and I'm going to put a 1 there and a 2 there, and I'm going to start it. And if you guys hear something, we normally have a rule in this fancy studio I have that it's supposed to be, surgical room quiet. And I heard this weird noise, and I looked over, and I'm just saying that it looked like my wife was clapping her hands in space. She's probably going to tell me she saw a little gnat or something, but I might have issues, everybody. And so if you call me and I don't answer, you might want to do a wellness check, because there's some crazy stuff going on. But cast your vote. I will say that all those green spots are $3 cards. That goes into a separate prize pool. If somebody that only has a free card wins tonight, they will absolutely win my match. And if they're watching tonight, I'll throw them some bonus. If they video, they'll get some more bonus and all that. And we'll kick off a M2015 for them. but they don't get the green stuff. They don't get the green money. That's set aside for those of you that threw a little extra juice into it, and I want to reward that. So it's like $30. So all right, let's find out who is going to win tonight. Roll poll 1. Number 2 is the big winner tonight, and so we're going to put that there. We're going to find out if the winning card tonight is red or black. The winning card tonight, 36 rollover 1, is red because the black card's over there. So that means that I will put those back on, and I'm going to mix them up off. I'll mix them up on. I'll slide one under there, and I will slide one under there. And let me find the red board and throw that over to round 2. That's not bad. I mean, there's not a bunch of red there. That's a good thing. We're going to start our poll, and we're going to do round 2 vote, and 1, 2, cast your vote. I'm not sure if you guys can type or not, but jump in there. But I'm curious, am I going to be the first fire pit fire, or some of you OGs have probably got a nice setup and have been living large? I guess we do have some people that are a little bit south that have probably been in their swim pool already. So yeah, you're right. Diamonds are not looking very good for the diamonds. Hearts are looking pretty tasty. We've got some green. If you are watching tonight and you're still alive, I want to remind you that and you win 75,000 extra Mitecoin just for watching. And if you video your win live, another 150,000 Mitecoin. It's my pleasure to jump on there and send them to you. So cast your vote. Find out who's going to win, diamonds or hearts. I'm kind of hoping for a heart, just because we don't want to roll over. Oh, sure, you gotta see. There's always one in every crowd. You gotta outdo me. Well, that means I'm gonna have one later. So there. So cast your vote, end your vote. And we had, number 2 wins again. Number 2 wins again. And we are going to find out if it's a heart or a diamond. And the winning card tonight is, it did it. Heart, because diamond's over there. We're going to put those back on. And no pressure, everybody, but surely you guys can get a winner tonight. But here's let me see here. Well, I'm going to take care of my business first. We're going to do that. We're going to do that. And I'm going to find round 3. And I need to scroll for that. And the heart picks. And the heart board. And we will ship that over there. And we will start another poll. Round 3 votes. That's a 1, and that's a 2, and start. So round 3 vote should be live. Cast your vote. No, that's exciting. I'm not gonna lie. I'm looking forward to the weather finally warming up, and the wind. I'm not sure where you're at, but the wind around here has been bananas. Yeah, I know that I've got. I'm guessing that the folks I know from down south have been in the fields already. I know that they're just getting in around up here. We have somebody on tonight that's been doing some planting, I believe. I don't know, maybe he's not planting, I guess. Maybe he can chime in, or he's just turning dirt. I'm not sure. But anyway, cast your vote. Obviously, it's a busy time of year for the farmers. I'm going to pray for their safety as well at the end of the stream tonight. Make sure that they're safe on the roads and safe in the fields, and not being crazy, thinking that they're superheroes, staying up too late and getting silly with it. So cast your vote. We're going to find out if it is a high heart or a low heart. And, he's planting corn. We lost somebody. They got mad. They're gone. They're gone. They knew they weren't going to win. All right. So we're going to find out if it's a high heart or a low heart. If it's a high heart, it's a guaranteed winner. If it's a low heart, then there's still an opportunity for talking a little trash. So the winning card tonight is a low heart, because high heart's over there. And we'll put that back on. And I'm going to mix them up mix them up, mix them up. Slide one under here, slide one under there, and let me pull up, check my board. I know it seems silly to do that, but I always get nervous. And so it was a low heart. Oh, wait, it was low heart, right? So maybe I lied. So we are going to have a ruckus here. So there's a low heart. Now we've got odd or even. Yeah, so we've got some, oh my goodness. Don't even look at the even side. We are going to do our round 4 vote. And we will go 1 or 2 again. So, yeah, we've got, wow, Devin, that would be legit. It definitely has been in our project for less than a month. And hopefully that would really make him a Mitecoin fan forever and ever. So we got a nice green card. Wait, there's money in here. He jumped on tonight and got his card, so he could get it. Suit Man. I don't believe he's won a match him. Of course, we got the crazy. Oh boy, here we go. We got the crazy chicken lady. Although I can't. She came solid for us this week. She loaned us to rent it out for free. A couple 3 of her chicks in our preschool love seeing them. So that was exciting, and I appreciate that. And then of course we've got Karen versus Karen versus Karen. So we're gonna end our poll, and we're gonna find out who is going to win. And we have number 1 is the winning vote. And if this is odd, we are guaranteed a winner. And if it's even, it's gonna get to be a dogfight. The winning card tonight is odd. Hey, that's exciting. I like that. I like it because that's even. So now we have odd, low hearts. Oh, yowzers. So here, that's 4 cards in play. Ace, 3, 5, 7. So this is going to be quite exciting. So let me find our finals board. Low, odd, heart, transition over, and let's find out who's going to win. We know we're going to get a winner. Final vote, exclamation point. We have a 1, we have a 2, we have a 3, and we have a 4. Start the poll. And let me see, Devin does not have an extra. Actually, I think we have, let me check here. Yeah, Devin and Soup Man are free card people, and Crazy Chicken Lady and Wait Money are both green card holders. So what that means is that if Devin or Soup Man win tonight, they're obviously going to get my portion, and they are going to, we're going to open up an M2015, hopefully, if they give us content by Tuesday night at midnight. If there's money in here, or Crazy Chicken Lady bring home the win, then they're gonna haul it all. We're gonna send them. I'm gonna send them all the funds from the green cards. I'm gonna send them my dev match. If they're watching tonight, I'll send them the bonus. If they're videoed, I'll send them the bonus, and they get the M2015. Then they're probably gonna go buy a Lambo, and they'll probably get out of Mitecoin and never talk to us small town people again. So cast your vote. I sure hope, now that there's 4 there, I sure hope there's not a tie, but we're going to find out who's going to win. And it looks like, oh, you dirty rats. Wow. Number 1 is the biggest loser. So we have, I think what I'm going to do is, just like always, I'm going to do final vote one more time. And I do not, want to eliminate anybody without giving them a try. Maybe they will make a comeback of the century, start poll. Obviously, those of you that know me, I coach some wrestling, and there's a big wrestling tournament going on. There's some exciting finishes happening. I mean, literally in the last 5 seconds, wrestlers are winning. So it can be you. It doesn't matter if you were one last time, right? Maybe they'll switch, and maybe they'll be showing you love this time, and that would be the comeback of the century. Better get one off of there. So cast your vote. We're going to find out who the big winner is this time. And then I guess we'll, compare it to how it was when it comes out. See if somebody else would have won it. So end our poll. We had 8. Hopefully we still have 8. And oh, giddy up. We have 9. This escalated big time. So we have 4. 4 is the big winner way over in the corner. And it looks like 1 and 2 are the biggest losers. So as always, we're going to just work our way down. Then we'll get to the finals. And we're going to find out who the winner is. So as always, this is not the winning card. And as it goes across the board, Devin has the ace. 3 is the weight money. 5 is Soup Man, and 7 is Crazy Chicken. So this is a situation where you do not want your card to flip. The first losing card tonight is Soup Man. I'm sorry. You have been eliminated. You've been eliminated. So now we're down to Devin, Crazy Chicken Lady. And wait, there's money in here. The biggest loser, number 2. The second card also only got 11% of the vote. This is not the winning card. I repeat. This is a loser. The next loser is Crazy Chicken Lady. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But guess what? We either have one of the luckiest new members of our community, or we have somebody that made a very wise financial decision and jumped into the green card mix just tonight. If this is an ace, Devin's a repeat winner. And if it's a 3, we have a brand new winner of our matchup. The winning card tonight is, oh my goodness, that is madness. Guys, that is, I guess everyone just needs to go by Devin. But I you know what? He's plugged in and he's been jumping into card games with us, and I want to bless him, and I hope you guys would be willing and generous with some, just a small amount of your blessings. Jump on, buy a buck for him, 50 cents, send it to him. But I appreciate you giving me your time. I appreciate you listening to me ramble on. As always, I want to pray us out. I want to pray definitely for some protection over our farmers in our project. Just pray for the blessings that I have, and that we might just draw close to the Lord. So let's pray. Father God, I just come to you right now, and I just thank you for all that you do for me. I thank you for all that you've provided, and I just thank you for everything. And I just pray your covering and your protection over those that are part of our project, and even if they're not, Lord, all the farmers that are working hard this time of year. I just pray your protection over them as they're traveling to and from the fields, and they're going slower than traffic. And I just pray that you would put your hand upon them, that they might feel your presence, and that you might actually be with them as they're spending long hours in those tractors and in the field. I just pray that they might offer you up some of their thoughts, some of their time to consider your ways, and consider that you might be calling out to them, and that they might respond to you, Lord. And I just thank you so much for the blessings that you've provided for me and my family. I thank you for just keeping this project going. And I just always pray, Lord, that I would do my very best to represent you well. I pray that this project would represent you well, and that in some way we might impact someone out there in your name and for you, just through this cryptocurrency project. I just pray your covering and protection over all these families. The relationships between husbands and wives and children and coworkers and family members, and everything that can be broken and just out of place in this world. I just pray your hand would be upon those things, and that you would restore relationships that are broken, that you would restore sickness in our bodies, and that you would make us strong and healthy and well, and that we might just thank you for that and never take those things for granted. I just thank you again for forgiving me, Lord God, and providing me an opportunity to fellowship with you. And I just pray that same thing, and that everyone that's listening would experience that same thing. And I just pray you're covering over all of them, Lord. Just give us a great rest of our night. Give us a great rest of our weekend. And I just pray that we might draw close to you throughout this next week. I just thank you and praise you, Lord. In the name of Jesus, I pray. Amen. Okay. Hey, I appreciate it. I kind of lied. It is almost 9:30. Didn't mean to babble on that long, but that's, I guess, you know what you signed up for. But anyway, thanks, guys. I appreciate you giving me some of your time. And hey, $40 next week, and we'll see you next Saturday night. Bye.